Hey, Bree here with Ginger in the Desert Creations. Today I am looking to do another acrylic straight pour, a wandering straight pour, to go with the other ones that I've done already. This one will be in reds, so let's go paint. Okay, so I have probably made too many colors. I will concede that. But I kept thinking, well, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? And everything got added and nothing got subtracted. So we have Magenta. Let's see. Martes are all these except for the Rojo gold and the copper, which are Chroma molten metals. So Mont, Magenta, Crimson, Bright Red, Vermilion, and why do I always overmake the orangey colors? I don't know. Gold, silver, white, and black. I am going to do this as a wandering straight pour. Gonna try using this beaker thingy. This 250 milliliters is about 8 some odd ounces, and that is approximately how much I need for this 10 by 20 edge canvas, 11/16 depth. I'm going to start with, well, first of all, probably explain what I'm doing here. I am using slightly thicker than usual, than I usually would do, Mont paints, and I am pairing them with Chroma Molten Metals Metallics. I want to see if I use thicker paints with only Floetrol and no water, and have them interact with another non-Mont paint. I want to see if I get something that doesn't have the broken paint in it that the Blue Wanderer and the Blue and Green Wanderer had. So let's give this a try. And I promise I will not overuse the black. Little drizzles only. There is no silicone in these paints. I don't intend to use silicone again for a while, I don't think. Here we go. All right. Popping bubbles. Most of the variety seems to start like here down. Got this interesting stuff going on with the black and the silver. And got a bit of a cloudy aspect of sorts. Let's see what happens when we stretch it. Kind of gonna let it push down this way at first because there's all this interest up here and there's not so much going on down there. Even though I'm gonna push off a lot of the black. I wonder if I should drizzle a little bit of black into it before I stretch it. I might regret that, so I will not do it. And we're getting up to that edge. There we go. Trying not to let it slip out of my tentative grasp, especially with these gloves on. Can't feel it as well. I think I prefer painting without gloves on. Got a little blop missing on that edge. Got some interesting bits of movement. There's something interesting going on up here. Maybe I should try to pull that down further and see what it looks like. There is kind of a shimmer all over the place on this from those metallics. It does look like there's a touch of broken paint in there still. Maybe this Mont just doesn't stretch that well. It might be a good paint for swipes, but not necessarily for straight pours. Kind of like this part because this so far sort of reminds me of the red rocks in southern Utah. I like the gray and the little veininess, well, the silver and the little veininess going through it. Kind of like these little wispy lines that I got. I don't know about the funky greeniness that the gold did with the black. I like this, whatever that is. That's I like that, yeah. I don't know about this band of orange or vermilion. I don't kind of know about the gold and the black. But I don't know how well I could fix it. I'm going to do something a little odd here. I put copper on a dotting tool, and I'm just going to kind of drag it through. I guess I gotta decide which direction I'm going before I go there, right? Mm-hmm. It isn't moving much. Oh, I just tipped over to gold. That's unfortunate. I wish the stuff you'd like to get rid of wouldn't sit right in the middle of the painting. That kind of sucks. I like that it looks like it's opening up a little more of this red now. So there's less of that big block of orange there. These little snaky things that I just created are a little bit distracting, unfortunately. I'm just trying to open up some of these lines that are up here because there's a lot of like little wispy colors with white in there, and I think that those lines would look good if I could open them up a bit. Now what I'm trying to do is just get rid of this swoop where the lines have become uneven at that edge. Maybe push it over a little bit further. It looks more interesting to me now. I think I've gotten rid of a lot of what I didn't like about it. It's not what I was expecting. I think I went a little too light on the black. So I wanted something that would match more with Blue Wanderer and Blue Wanderer. But this is probably still going to show off the colors and the shiny bits and whatnot fairly well, I would think. I guess I'm going to see how it dries. Not expecting too much to change by torching it, simply because there isn't silicone in the paints, and so there's not a lot of reactivity going on that hasn't already gone on. Here we go, in for a close-up. Got a lot of that Rojo gold going on down here with the white. Nice little strip of black. This interesting effect with the silver and the gold. Those little lines that I put in there that kind of look snaky in a way. That black one really does. Magenta with the white looking good. Got this interesting little scaly bit of gold in the middle there and a little tuft of orange fire. And the blending of the, well, probably copper and white. And then this thing that looks, I don't know, insect-like in a way to me. Up in the corner with all of those colors going on. Down here we got those white lines. And there's the big chunk of silver. There are those funky lines I put in, not looking too terrible now. Little splash of the magenta and the white. Up here with the metallics. And this crazy looking bug thing up in the corner. With all those interesting shapes. Now there is still a tiny touch of broken looking paint in here too. Even though this was completely Floetrol with no water. I still could say that it may have suffered a little bit from overstretching, but overall I think it might just be cheap paints that is causing that to happen. But it happens more with water. So there it is, that red thingy. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.